at the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay. Coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning a season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Virginia Beach. This fielded right at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Right back to Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to pull one over his head as this game progresses.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd down and inches. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Wiley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now a give, right side. Wiley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jenkins. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the gun, a give to Brown. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Jenkins. He shakes him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Up the middle they go. It's Owens, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. In motion goes the tight end. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jenkins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. The Patriots ready to get the football back. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hunter firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a give left side, Brown with it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Hunter. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his line back out of the backfield, and he will have a down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. An inside give, Brown. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hunter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Running right, here's Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a handoff up the middle. Small. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's control of the football. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Hunter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we had the scoreless 1st quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the 1st quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Off play action. Jenkins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They come up short here on 4th down. And offense is going to take over on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. Hunter. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now flags come in. Look like one moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Throwing to start the drive. Hunter. This will be caught by Brown. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, able to avoid him.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's Owens, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Pushing his way through and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Jenkins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's a fumble.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Following the fumble recovery, Jenkins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Football here late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Throwing to start the drive, Hunter.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing to start the drive, Jenkins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. 2nd and 5. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman. Report.
This one's been all you could hope for as just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Off the play fake, Jenkins.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Over the middle, complete. That's Butler. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Wiley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Looking to throw. Jenkins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So, now here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Owens. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Owens, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now a handoff up the middle. Wiley.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
12 yards there as they move the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Off the bootleg, Jenkins. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jenkins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And taking the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So here they get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on third down. Hunter going up top. They got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. 87 yards. And he taken a third-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Off play action. Jenkins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Owens. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On first down, Wiley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the gun on third down, Jenkins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jenkins. And he goes down. It's
that time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Jenkins. He finds his man, complete. That's long. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Off the bootleg, Jenkins. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Off the play fake, Jenkins. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action, Jenkins being chased out left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now a handoff up the middle. Wiley, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Ready to go. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
We are through 3 quarters here on off weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching. Back now here on. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Brown. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Hunter. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the gun on third down, Hunter. And this is caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And add to their fourth quarter lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And on now is the punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And so their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he's going to have down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Small.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It'll be down on a pickup of 16.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Off play action. Hunter. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run-supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
And their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Throwing to start the drive. Jenkins.
A short throw taken in by Long.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run on first down. Wiley.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So now here's first and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Jenkins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll try the left side. Wiley, and he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. From the gun on third down, Jenkins.
A short throw taken in by Long.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. This taken in at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
And now out come.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Off the play fake. Hunter. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Off play action. Hunter. It's complete to Brown, right side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone...
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown. A big play there. His first reception goes for 6.
And quickly to take the lead here in the fourth.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kicking unit out for send this one away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Jenkins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. Wiley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Looking to throw. Jenkins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Back to throw.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. A quick throw there is incomplete. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Ready to go.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And he'll the chalk of the 20.
Out now.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to have out as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
There's an opener. You can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And his throw is incomplete. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Back to throw. Hunter. And he comes back with one complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Out there, punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Wiley, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Wiley, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops. And it's intercepted.
Have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles. But give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and
8. Looking to throw. Hunter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
2nd and a couple.
On the handoff, this is Brown, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Hunter.
Got his man, it's Woods.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Looking to throw. Hunter.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And now third and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. Out there, punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That would hit right at the 9, but he couldn't get it to check up. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out.
That is incomplete.
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.